protection in the U.S. within 30 to 60 days. Canadian plants in Windsor and Brampton, though, will remain open until their supply parts run out. Pro golfer John Daly, well, he's making headlines, and it's controversial. This time, it's not about his behavior. Can't wait to find out those details coming up at 8 o'clock. 7:47 live to Lamini with your out-the-door forecast.
Good morning, Ann. Go ahead. That's okay. Don't feel bad. We're in their home, so to speak, this morning. Habitat for Humanity out in Scarborough. And I have to say, I'm looking at that sky over there, and it looks like there's some rain on the way. And I asked one of the volunteers, what do you do if it rains? You know what? They stay put. They keep working. So she said, fingers crossed that it's, just going to be light. So quick check right now on what's happening. It does look like we might see a few spotty showers towards the rest of the morning. It's unsettled, but the good news is that it should clear out quite nicely through the afternoon hours with a few sunny breaks. It's still pretty mild out here. Temperatures into the mid-teens overall for southern and southwestern Ontario. Daytime high for this Friday. Again, 18 degrees by the afternoon. And the weekend forecast right now looks to be quite nice. Temperatures will be into the mid-teens for Saturday as well as Sunday with sunshine. So a jacket, an umbrella is a good idea for today. And I think Matt and I are going to be doing our a drill challenge of some sort. And there he is over there, shockingly chatting up the ladies. Right behind me. After morning drive is over to Bob.
Well, a few problems to talk about. One of those, a collision in the left lane, Toronto bound on the downside of the Burlington Skyway. Collision Austin side, eastbound 401 through Trafalgar. Report of wind debris, westbound 401 collectors near Liverpool. But MTO cameras looking at really no delay there. Maybe some wood debris northbound on the 400, north of the 401. But again, we're not seeing any real delay. And we're not seeing any sign of wood debris. Don Valley Parkway southbound, slowdowns from Finch down as far as Norris. There's a very minor problem off the side, southbound on the Parkway at Lawrence. Gardner Expressway, a few delays off and on from approaching the Humber River Bridge until you go round the bend through Jameson, but for the most part, the Gardner is okay. Let's go up to Chopper 24. Here's Steve.
Thanks, Dave. Pretty much for Friday morning. It's here and there. It's not as high as we'd like it. We're right now hovering over the QEW. That is around where we are, is about Dixie or so. That's where things start slowing down all the way to 427 and around the bend if you're heading here, of course, eastbound on the QEW. And then there's the ramp, of course, in the right-hand lane if you're heading eastbound on the QEW. Of course, it slows down a lot further back at Dixie because people are trying to get to northbound 427. And on the other way, too, if you're heading westbound on the Gardner, please remember, we've said this so many times here before, the ramp has changed. It's under construction for the next little while. And people, there was like an accident last night that way. People just come in, they're used to the 427 and northbound lane coming off the QEW going 427, and they miss it. And that's kind of one of those things because it's changed. And a shot of some nice stuff here for you, which is going to probably be busy this weekend there. There's the Toronto Golf Club for you as we fly Chopper 24. And let's go to weekend transit. Hello there.
Hello there. Well, if you are taking the subway system this morning, give yourself extra time, especially if you're taking the University line from Union to King. A little bit slower than normal heading in the northbound direction because of signal problems in that area. If you're taking the Bloor Danforth line and Shepherd line, looking good. SRT is just fine as well. Go Transit, according to Go Transit, there is some delays on the Lakeshore West line. A 10-minute delay from Union to Aldershot, so give yourself extra time for that. If you're taking buses on Kipling, south of Field, there's a collision there affecting bus services in both directions. Now it's back to Ann and Melissa.
Impaired driving laws are in effect this morning. As of today, you will lose your license for 3 days if you are behind the wheel with a blood alcohol level between 0.05 and 0.08. Used to be a 12-hour suspension. If you're caught a second time, you will lose your license for a week. Third time, your license is gone for a month and you'll have to put an ignition interlock system in your car. The suspensions cannot be appealed. It's 8:05, CP24 Breakfast heads up this weekend. The eastbound Gardner will be off limits as of Saturday night. All lanes heading into the city will be closed from the Lakeshore off-ramp to Carlaw from 11 o'clock Saturday night to Sunday morning at 11. And there's one in-town closure to be aware of. The northbound curb lane of Bay is blocked between Adelaide and Richmond until 7 o'clock Monday night for sidewalk repairs. It's 8:05. We continue to follow very closely the latest developments here at home and around the world in the H1N1 flu outbreak. Mexico's top health official is pointing a finger at the World Health Organization. He says he first raised a warning back on April 16th about an outbreak of atypical pneumonia that became the current flu outbreak. He wants to know why the WHO waited 8 days before doing anything. 34 cases are now confirmed in Canada, 8 are in Ontario, and officials say all are mild. It's 8:06, and with the flu outbreak, it seems fitting that this is the start of Emergency Preparedness Week. Great ideas and tips coming from CP24's safety specialist, Cam Woolley. Hi, Cam.
Hey, Ann, I'm at Hall 314 in Toronto, a very, very busy fire hall, and they've taken some time to help get the message out. And we've been talking a lot about H1N1 today and how to protect yourself against that flu virus and other viruses. The number one advice, of course, is keeping your hands clean using a sanitizer like this non-alcohol version. Alcohol version, of course, don't use that with kids. Keeping surfaces clean, especially door handles, washrooms, things like that. Now there are rubber gloves that are available, different types, and some people have been talking about barrier masks. This is an N95 mask, and that means it keeps 95% of the particulates away from you. It's the same mask people would wear in a machine shop or a factory. Experts are saying you don't need to walk around wearing one of these things. Keeping in mind that when the pros wear them, like the firefighters here at Hall 314, they have a specific use. They are also fit tested. Because if it doesn't fit you properly, it will let contaminants pass the mask. And if it does get contaminated, these things can get you in some trouble too. So these aren't necessarily what you need. You just need to keep yourself, your hands clean and stay away from people that are infected. And
CP24's safety specialist, Cam Woolley, thank you. It is 8:07, CP24 Breakfast. A huge fire continues to burn out of control just outside of downtown Halifax this morning. More than 100 firefighters are on scene battling this blaze. They had to stop last night because the flames were so intense. Nearly 450 homes have been abandoned because of the blaze. So far, 8 houses have been destroyed or they are badly damaged. Well, an extended vacation for Chrysler workers in this country. Although Chrysler Canada has no plans to follow the lead of its parent company and file for bankruptcy protection, the head of the CAW says plants here will be forced to close until the restructuring is complete. The shutdown could happen as early as Monday, might last between 30 and 60 days. Meanwhile, the first hearing on Chrysler's bankruptcy case will be in a New York courtroom this morning. 8:08, CP24 Breakfast. John Daly is causing controversy again. This morning, it's not the golfer's conduct that is in question. This time, it's his clothing. Daly wore an outfit on the European tour that has been described by some as upholstery gone wild. He's currently suspended from the PGA Tour for bad behavior off the course. Well, he makes headlines one way or the other.
I think they call those clown pants.
I just need the red nose.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my. Look, he's looking to you. Clown pants.
Clown pants? What are you talking about? I mean, Tiger makes a statement, but in a good way. That's called making
Oh,
a
my
statement.
gosh. You know, and golf is supposed to be sort of quiet and interesting and intense. And then you see John Daly. And he's always made headlines.
Yes, he
One
has.
for one reason or another. Absolutely.
We are talking Renos today, and in line with that, it is the Habitat for Humanity woman-built blitz, and I don't know, conveniently we find our own Matt Dable right there in the middle of things. Hey, Matt.
Looking good, Matt.
Very convenient, and I'll tell you what, luckily for myself, Delini and her husband had matching glasses. So she brought me a pair, she's wearing a pair, we're joined by Meg, and we're about to do a... Roll it on the ground, you know, like the Italian guy.
Quick question. Interesting aspect of the show is that there is a verbal description of everything that's going on. How does that enhance the show?
The verbal description of everything going on? I don't know. I think it sort of slows things down, I think. we have to catch everybody up. You know, what we're saying here is like, but I think, you know, people like that. It's like that procedural sort of drama that you want to understand.
The drama, which is going to continue in 2 seconds. You're sticking around for a few minutes, right?
Should I pick it up from here?
Yeah, ready? Hold it. Hold that thought.
And
We're
we're
going to
gonna do
ask
that way.
Enrico some questions he's never been asked before.
Back to that
Nice
position.
job.
Coming up in 2 minutes, this is CP24 Breakfast. It is 8:21. Enrico Colantoni.
Flashpoint, CTV, 9 o'clock.